Welcome everyone. Today I'm attempting probably the most difficult challenge I've ever attempted on this channel. This was recommended by Galactic Raider, and along with the suggestion, he also said, if you attempt this, good luck, you're going to need it. And it's true. I'm definitely going to need a lot of luck for this deck because it is an entirely win conditions deck. At first, when he said that, I was kind of like, okay, surely it can't be that bad, right? Surely there's lots of win conditions to choose from because I thought Sparky was considered a win condition. I thought Prince was a win condition. But I looked it up and it turns out there's actually a very limited number, and most are tower targeting troops that don't deal damage to other troops. Um, Three Musketeers is just in there because it's pretty much the only troop damage dealing we have. Like, I don't think there's a single other win condition that deals high damage to troops. Because I thought Sparky and Prince and other cards like that were considered win conditions, but they're not. So we're left with this monstrosity of a deck. We do have a couple of good log bait kind of cards, but the cycle is so heavy that we're not going to be able to get to them very quickly. Um, Rocket is just in there because it's the only win condition spell, and Mortar is um, Mortar and Expo are the two buildings, and I didn't want to make the cycle even heavier than it already was, so I decided to go for Mortar instead of Expo. This deck just looks like a monstrosity. I don't see us winning a game, just because if you ask yourself hypothetically, what happens if they play a Skeleton Barrel right now at the bridge? You can see our only answer is Three Musketeers because none of these. I mean, I guess we could go Mortar. And it looks like we're against Hog Rider, which is just not what you want to see. Um, you can see we just have so little troop damage dealing. Like the Miner and the Mortar are kind of chipping away, but we have so little to actually deal damage. Most of our troops just run directly at buildings and do damage that way. And the whole deck is just so heavy that you can see we haven't even played our wall breakers yet. And it's a 2 elixir card, and we have to cycle it twice. Um, I guess we'll play Three Musketeers here. I think we can afford to play it a little bit close to the tower because I think the variant that this guy is playing, of course he has lightning. I thought this deck that he was playing was an earthquake deck because a lot of Hog Rider decks with Mighty Miner have earthquake instead of fireball. So I thought we could be safe putting him by the tower, but he's just gonna lightning him every time. And so now our pretty much our only damage dealing troop is taken out of the game with that lightning, because whenever we play it, he's just gonna get a positive elixir trade out of it. And I'm hoping this can stay in the rocket. And even if we do play the Mortar for his Hog Rider, I don't think it doesn't fully counter it, because when the Hog Rider is hitting it, the Mortar obviously can't deal damage to it because it's too close. So I think we still have to commit extra elixir. Right, the Mortar is a 4 elixir card. The Hog Rider is a 4 elixir card, and yet we still have to spend more elixir if we don't want to take hits. So I guess what I'm saying is this deck is horrible. Um, we're just gonna rocket that because. Okay, I was gonna say if that still gets a hit, that would be crazy. Um, we'll Miner on the Musketeer to hopefully not kill it. And honestly, we'll have to try and go for a defensive barrel. But you can see it's just not gonna work. Um, I think we're gonna have to swap the Evos around a little bit. I think we might have to go with some different Evos, just because I don't really think the cycle Evos are doing much. Um, Maybe we take Rocket out altogether. Maybe we don't need a spell. And the thing is, I kind of experimented with a few different variants of the deck, because normally when I record videos, I like to practice a little bit ahead of time with deck ideas, just so I kind of get familiar with the cards and the cycle and the synergy, just so that I'm not going in completely blind. So I tried out a few variations, and none of them were very good. So I don't really think, no matter how many changes we make, I don't really know I don't know that it's going to be any good. Maybe we take out Giant, and just to make, purely just to make the cycle a little bit cheaper. Maybe we have an Evo Battle Ram and then Goblin Barrel. That's a win condition, and it's a little bit cheap, and I guess it can be used defensively. So we'll try out this deck. It looks a little bit slimmer, but still, I wouldn't have your expectations too high for this deck. We may, I mean, we may stand a small chance if he doesn't have a big spell, because Three Musketeers are kind of a wild card, and if they don't have a good way of taking them out, then we might be in good hands. I don't know why I played Wall Breakers to try and distract the Dart Goblin, but this is actually looking okay. I think he's playing kind of a log bait deck as well. So I guess we'll just kite the knight and then go with this for the princess. And the battle ram's going to connect, so it's going to be a little bit of damage. The mortar should hit the skeleton army as well, so shouldn't have to commit any more elixir to that. But you can see he's playing Goblin Barrel, and if he goes with a Goblin Barrel right now, like, what am I going to do to defend it? Like, I can't, like, I'll have to miner on it, and the goblins will still get damage. It's just a bad deck. Like, don't ever try to make a deck of all win conditions. It's not going to be good. We also don't have, we took out Rocket, and even if we did have it, it still wouldn't be a great way of taking out the princess, so we're just going to have to miner on them instead. Okay, we're going to have to... See what I'm saying? Like, see how we don't have any answers for that? Alright, okay. Yeah, like I can't kill the skeleton general. I have nothing in my hand that could kill it. Yeah, good game. This is, if you look on my battle log, it's probably going to be me trying out all the different variations of the win condition deck. You see how many defeats in a row there was? This was actually one. There's one victory. I guess two. Two victories right here with the win condition deck, and every other game has been a loss, just because it's just hard to win. It's just hard to win. This is going to be our last game. Hopefully we don't go 0-3, but I also wouldn't cross your fingers. And you can see we don't have mortar in hand, so we have to go with a miner to defend, and it's still going to get 3 hits. So and you know what? We're actually going to hold on to our mortar for now and go with this instead. And honestly, that's not terrible. We'll take a bit of damage on the other side, but now we can go Hog Rider over here. And hopefully he'll struggle to defend. Okay, Hog's going to get a few hits. Musketeer's going to get a few hits as well. Okay, this could be, who knows, this could be the game that we win. It's looking good so far, and this guy's playing an actual deck as well. I think he's playing Hog 2.6, so imagine how crazy it would be if we beat a Hog 2.6 player with a joke deck. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel right now. I don't think he has log back in cycle yet. Alright, that's not bad. At least he wasted it there. We're actually going to miner over here on this side this time, just to make that a bit more of a threat. And we are going to take that side. It's going to bypass the cannon as well, and because he used his log, he has to go with that. This is not looking bad. Maybe this is the game we win. Okay. I don't know why he's upset at me. He's playing a legitimate deck. Alright. Maybe he's given up. It looks like he's given up. So this is finally going to be the game that we win with the win condition deck. Actually, a decent win as well against a Hog 2.6 player. But don't take this as advice to build a win condition deck. It is horrible. You will lose every time. And I think at some point during the trials, when I was kind of testing out the win condition deck and playing out a few different players, you can see I played against a Mega Knight and P.E.K.K.A user right here and got 3 crown. He was playing Mega Knight, P.E.K.K.A Boss Bandit, Evo Wizard, and like, what do you do? Like, I just don't have any answers for that. The only thing that dealt damage to troops was Miner, the Snare from the Ram Rider, and the 3 Musketeers. So, horrible deck, but occasionally you can get lucky. So that was the win condition deck. Definitely a challenge if you want to challenge yourself and if you want to torment yourself by losing over and over, then I would definitely recommend this deck. It's good if you want to ruin your day. But if you guys have any other challenges you want me to try out, let me know, and I will try them out, no matter how hard they are, no matter how crazy they are. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video.